And what's up, everybody? My name is Charlie Watanabe, and you know today is the big day. We are since we had finished the Karl Solidarity March rehearsal, which is on the 1st, and we're doing the actual march today. And of course, when it comes to marching, we have to follow the traditions of health and safety laws. Do you agree?
Agreeable.
I agree.
So let's get the show on the road.
And what's up, guys? And we just made it to Kisena Corridor Park, the first stop for the Karl Solidarity March. And yes, let me show you around this park. This is the park where I find my Japanese roots. Obviously, my dad's side. Of course, he doesn't speak that much of Japanese anymore once he moved to there.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Nicholaus Van Barnjak, and this is Stefan Van Barnjak. And yes, this park I relate to because this was where in 2021, 4 years ago, me, Nico, my little brothers Andrea and Mateo, and my father would all go there and play American football. Sometimes we'd also play soccer there. But I think we've also been there in like 2020 or so. But we're here for Karl's march since he is graduating.
Agreed, you know. And over here, this is the spot where the traditional Japanese way of sitting was prepared, and then I started yelling Japanese phrases over to that park as a tribute.
Wow.
So what is up? My friends? Here I am again. This is Charlie Watanabe speaking, and you're about to see that trail that is about to enter PS46. What do you have to say about this?
Yes, well, right now we're at the glorious MS-74 chat. There are a bunch of school kids playing, but I won't. I'll do this a little quick, but I don't want them to notice. This is the glorious place. And yes, Charlie told us on the trail that the class of 2021 was not good for the Germans. But, Nico, you want to finish? Class of 2022 was good for the Japanese. What about class of 2025? And for the class of 2025, it's amazing for the Germans.
And yes, class of 2025 is going to be very hard and tragic because once Karl finishes this school, we're never going to see him again. We're going to miss him. And so will Connor, Ivana, Francesco, and the others.
And Eddie Ovando also, because he also went to this school. Yep.
Oh, you can't believe where I'm at right now. This is PS46, Ali Park School, and this is also the place where the studios of Kimiko and Suzuki was born.
That's right. Here at this old place of ours. We were so young. Yep, and a little chubby back then. A little less hair too. This is, how do you say so myself? This is where I grew up, basically, this school. I grew up in Auburndale, but this school, this is where I went to. This is where I grew up.
Understandable. And plus, I did not attend that school over there, but rather but PS 102 in Elmhurst, which is far away from Auburndale. True, you know.
Karl only went to this school and he was class of 2018. Yes. I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his sword, Achilles and his gifts. I'm just singing a little song to myself that reminds me of this, and me and Nico of this. All right, chat. We've now entered phase 3 of the Solidarity March. Oh, I forgot to mention phase 3. Thank you. Spider-Man's control and Batman with his fears. Clearly I don't see myself up on that list, but she said, would you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking. And yes, a lot of our childhood memories were there. Well, except Charlie's, because Charlie went to a different school. PS46, my favorite elementary school. This reminds me of one of my favorite cartoons, SpongeBob and the Loud House. Of course, we all grew up with that show, but really, We grew up with so many. It also reminds me of like the Peanuts cartoons, which are the Charlie Brown cartoons. Hey Charlie, have you heard of the Charlie Brown cartoons?
Yes, it was very fun to watch during these days back in PS 102 with Julian.
Yep.
And I can't remember.
Oh no way! You went to PS 102 with Julian?
Yes.
No way.
And PS 102, in fact, it is a K-grade school. That means people there do not graduate at 5th grade, but until they're 8th graders until the middle school end. You know?
Yeah. All right. It's getting extremely hot, like 90 degrees out, but we're here. As we mentioned, like PS 46. If you could take a look around. There it is. Karl Fustenberg's elementary school. Nobody's allowed in the building, but I'm gonna take a peek. The golden ages. Charlie, any words?
And yes, I do have to say that PS46 is the birthplace of Karl's fan-made OC show, Suzuki and Kimiko.
Yes.
And this is the building where they got the inspiration from.
Yes.
And MS-158, where we had the summer school, is also the place where we got the inspiration of the show as well.
Yes.
2 places.
Yeah. My thoughts. So, I, Nicholaus B, along with me, Stefan B. This is it. This is nostalgia, and this is where the main entrances were. Yeah. So we would just like to say, as us, the Barnjak brothers, we've been to this school. Growing up there was a great experience. Nostalgic memories there. I remember recess, lunch, and pickup. I remember my 5th grade year vividly. It was one year I'll never forget. And yes, this was great. And I want to say this to everyone who is associated with this school. And I want to say this to the teachers, the staff, and all the students from the past that are watching this right now. And all the staff members from MS-74 and PS-46, including the students from the past. Well, most notably the PS-46 staff. If you're watching this, then great news. You may have likely seen us because we were students here from 2013 to 2019. So just before the COVID pandemic hit us in March of 2020. To the former students that went there, you may have had a chance of seeing me and Nico, and maybe even Karl Fustenberg. But to the teachers, everyone, especially for my Nico's Horizon teachers, Miss Baez, I know you could be watching this somewhere. If you're watching this, you'll be watching. If all of you are watching this, staff, retired or unretired, still working, I just want you to know that we all love you from the bottom of our heart and that we miss you and that we promise to come back. And hello again. We've grown, haven't we? Yeah. Like he said, we love you from the bottom of our hearts and we wouldn't even trade it for the world. Alright guys, that concludes Karl's Solidarity March. Yes, so that today does conclude today's march. I am happy that we did this march for Karl. Karl and Nathan, shout out to you two. Congratulations, you finally completed school. Congratulations.
And
PS46, we love you all so much. And you too, MS-74.
And Mr. Karl and Mr. Nathan, if you're watching this, I have to say huge thanks that you have worked very hard over this.
Yes.
But remember, as a tribute to Matthew Leong, we have to do this phase out of respect. In 3,
2, 1.